Spotify needed to do this a long time ago. What's up, guys? This is Omari with No Nonsense Music Marketing, the number one place for music business and industry advice online. If you're a serious musician trying to do music full time, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get updates on every new video we drop. So today we're going over Spotify CEO. Daniel Ek confirms that a 2023 price increase is very likely. They needed to do this a long time ago. I've said previously many times that the $9.99 buffet style, everybody gets all the music they want, all the podcasts they want, ad free. $10 is that does not compute to getting virtually all the music in the world, pretty much, for $10. No, this is not a good system for artists. Artists should have been making noise about this a long time ago. The only ones that were making enough noise were people like a Taylor Swift. Jay-Z was making some noise about it, but they should have made a bigger noise. If you ask me, people need to be paid far more for streaming than that. We say often on this show, it still holds true, but you should not focus primarily on your streaming revenue. It should be on your website because you control your website. Even if they raise these prices and you do end up getting paid more for streams, you still need to focus primarily on your website because you control your products and services, and you won't be completely reliant on Spotify to pay you. Because let's say they increase it, and I don't know, something happens to the dollar and they decide to decrease it. I don't see that as likely, but let's say it happens. Don't have all your eggs in one basket. Like have some moves you can make just in case something happens. Let's say you're solely relying on the streaming income, but something goes south. You need to have your revenue in a method that you can control, or at least control more. Now, we went over previously that YouTube, the premium family plan, they had a price increase. Deezer, stateside, decided to raise their prices slightly. They were doing a $10.99 per month Deezer premium plan, which still not enough. These need to be at the very least $15 and should be closer to the $20 range if we're going to be honest. But also the let's see if I can find it in the article. Spotify there was exit surveys they were giving to people who were saying they were going to cancel their Spotify subscriptions for whatever reason. And in some of the questions, they were alluding to some possible shakeups that they were going to do in the future. Like people didn't want ads in their Spotify podcast that they were listening to. Understandably, that they paid $10 so that they could, and the proposition was that you're not going to have ads if you pay this $10, and they're getting these ads that they can't. You can skip through them. Like if you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast on there, you can skip through them. You just have to skip it differently than how you skip it on other shows. Like you can't. I think it's one of the other. You can't hit the 30-second skip button or the 15-second skip button, but you can drag your finger across it to skip it. One or the other of those, but they're proposing a $20 platinum plan that would maybe have that feature in it. Like if you do the platinum plan, have different tiers, which is a good model. They can't have this. Their ad revenue. They can't compete as much with Instagram ads, TikTok ads, YouTube ads, Google ads for sure. They can't compete with YouTube and Google ads as well, because on YouTube, you can target the song. Like you can target somebody's song and put an ad next to their video. Spotify, you can try to target the artist, but they're not allowing you to do that type of advertising on Spotify, which if they wanted to make more money, they would. But all that being said, the price increase is a good idea to give the value to music that it's worth. $20 a month. They haven't raised their prices in I don't know how long. I know the family plan is like $15. Was it $15, $16 a month? And that's up to 6 people, 4 to 6 people in your family, and you guys are getting all the music you want for that cheap. Like, that's nothing. It's literally nothing. That's the price of a extra large pizza. And not even an extra large. If you go to a good place, it's not a chain. You go to a local store, it's not even the price of a pizza for a month. And that's everybody in the family getting all the music they want. We need to put pressure on Spotify, Apple Music, the rest of them. This is one of the issues that unfortunately has to come from like a top down. Like the top artists would have to be whining and complaining about this for them to actually do something. Spotify support is not responsive to people that essentially, if you don't know somebody in Spotify and you're not a very big artist who have a big social media following, their support's not good. And it's not a good look for them. It is not something that they should be proud of, but it just is what it is. So this has to be something that I'm not seeing. Let me say it a different way. I don't see how it would be a bottom-up issue. It has to be a top-down, because unfortunately these big tech companies, they think they're so big that they can just treat people any sort of way. But when it comes to a Joe Rogan or something like that, then they treat them a little bit differently, which you shouldn't show partiality, but they do. I mean, even there was, at the beginning of this article, it said the Helsing investor Eck, who just recently disclosed that Spotify doesn't intend to pull Kanye West music, alluded to price hike during his company's Q3 2022 earnings call. The fact that statement's even in there is just nuts to me. Like, why does he have to disclose that they don't intend to pull Kanye West music? Unless there's something inside the music that he said was wrong. Like, why is that even a discussion? Why are these people so bloodthirsty to cancel anybody that says anything that they don't like? Not that I back up what he's saying. I don't. Everything that he's saying. He does say some true stuff. But the fact that there's just this portion of the population that is so bloodthirsty to cancel any and everything that they don't like. It used to be that those same people were more in terms of like classical liberalism that was all about free speech. Especially in this instance, the music itself is not saying something that that's not what they're protesting. But just wanted to put that out there. So if you're going to be dealing with a Spotify issue like this, or we're thinking long term here. This is more of like a macro question. Hey, how do we get this structured? We as musicians all band together and get this structured to where we're getting paid more as a whole. We're gonna have to bring along people who have larger audience sizes. You're getting the tens of millions of streams per month on there, tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of streams per month on there, or you're part of a bigger label. You got to start kicking and screaming a little bit because otherwise it's not going to change. Like, does Eck care about the music quality and all this stuff? I'm sure he does, maybe a little bit. But at the end of the day, they're business people. Money is what speaks to them. Like, they're worried about their year-over-year profits, how much their profits are growing, their acquisitions and all that stuff. You got to speak to them in their language. So that's what I advise moving forward. These prices need to go up higher than probably what they're planning to raise them. They might raise the single plan to what, $12.99? Like it needs to be more than that for a limitless supply of all the music that you want. If we're not doing it user-centric royalty model, like it needs to go up, in my opinion, at least 50%, if not double. That's for the single plan, not a premium plan or whatever we're talking about here. It needs to move up to that, because people have this mindset that they can just consume everything for free, and I disagree with that. Like if you're gonna consume it for free, you need to be getting pounded with ads, so much so that it is annoying, and you just opt in for this $10 a month, $15 a month, $20 a month, because it's worth that. Listening to all the great music in the world is worth that price. So those are my thoughts, but what do you think? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on these price increases. Do you think they should do it? Do you think they should not do it? Let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video.